Just a quick message. This clip you're about to watch on my Stop Retiring Wrong channel are my words and books and educational events, but they're filtered through AI. But I am real, and my clients and their issues are very real, and my research is not AI. And I want to be very transparent with you as you take advantage of this only psychotherapist curated tool available that intersects fulfillment and finances and reframes the second half of your life into something that truly our parents and our grandparents never could even have imagined. So congratulations.
Before we begin this discussion on identity, I have an important disclosure. Most people think the biggest tragedy in retirement is running out of money. They spend 40 years lying awake at night, terrified of a stock market crash or a medical emergency. But after 2 decades as a financial advisor, I've seen a tragedy much more common and much more haunting. It's the person who dies with a perfect, untouched portfolio and a mountain of unlived life. They did everything right. Your savings aren't an achievement, they are a fuel tank. And if you die with a full tank, it doesn't mean you were prudent. It means you missed the destination. But why is it so hard to spend? In the next 10 minutes, I'm going to show you the shadow industry that is paid to keep you hoarding and the exact scientific reason your brain treats a holiday as a life-threatening danger. Point 1. The accumulation trap and the psychology of the scoreboard. For 40 years, your identity was built on a single number. You were the person who added to the pot. Every time that number went up, your brain released a hit of dopamine. You became addicted to the scoreboard. In the financial world, we call this the accumulation phase, and it is a vital skill for a 30-year-old. But here's the brutal truth. The skills that make you rich are the exact same skills that will keep you from being happy in retirement. You have spent your entire adult life training the saving muscle, and you have zero strength in the spending muscle. To your brain, the bank balance isn't a tool anymore. It's a monument to your hard work. When you look at that balance, you don't see travel or freedom. You see a trophy. Point 2. The biological winter. Why your brain is fighting you. Your brain isn't broken. It's just outdated. You are operating on hardware 1.0, a nervous system built for a world of scarcity. 5,000 years ago, if our ancestors didn't store enough grain for the winter, they died. That survival instinct is still hardwired into your amygdala. Point 3. The commercial conspiracy of the finance industry. Let's be honest about the people managing your money. I say this as a financial advisor. The industry is commercially aligned with your silence. Every pound you spend is a pound they can no longer charge a fee on. Every time you withdraw money to take your grandkids to Disneyland, the assets under management for the bank goes down. There is no grand conspiracy meeting in a dark room, but there is a structural gravity that keeps advisors telling you to be careful and stay invested. Point 4. The health span window, the real expiry date. We talk about life expectancy, but that is a useless metric for a retiree. What you need to care about is health span. This is the window of time where you have the money, the time, and the physical capability to enjoy them simultaneously. For most, this window is terrifyingly narrow, usually from age 60 to 75. After that, the menu of life starts to shrink. The knees go, the stamina fades, or a partner's health takes a turn. Every year you wait to spend your money is a year you are gambling with a window that is slowly closing. You can always earn more money, but you cannot earn back your 64-year-old energy levels. The money will still be there when you're 85. Point 5. Die with zero. The logic is mathematically perfect. If you die with 500,000 in the bank, that represents years of your life that you worked for free. You traded your stress, your mornings, and your youth for a pile of cash that you never used. That is the definition of a bad trade. True financial success isn't ending with the most money. It's ending with the most experience per pound spent. You want to time your wealth peak so that you are deploying your capital exactly when it has the highest life ROI. Point 6. Deferred generosity is not generosity. Many retirees tell me, I'm not spending because I want to leave it for the kids. It sounds noble. It sounds like a virtue. But often it's just behavioral avoidance wearing a morally respectable hat. If you wait until you die to give your money away, you are abdicating your responsibility to be a steward of that wealth. You don't get to see the joy. You don't get to help them navigate the world. You are essentially leaving them a discounted gift because it's arriving after they've already struggled through their most difficult years. Real generosity is watching the gift land. It's being in the room when the money does its work. If you hoard it until the end, you aren't being generous. You're just being a slow administrator of a probate file. Point 7. The 2027 tax trap, the UK warning. If empathy doesn't convince you to spend, maybe the taxman will. In the UK, the rules are shifting. By April 2027, most unused pension funds will be pulled back into the inheritance tax net. This means that if you spend your life saving for the kids in your pension, the government might step in and take 40% or in some cases up to 70% when combined with income tax before your family sees a penny. You are literally denying yourself a life so that the Treasury can have a windfall. You have spent 40 years avoiding taxes only to set yourself up for the biggest tax bill of your life at the very end. The most tax-efficient strategy in the current landscape? Spend the money while you're alive. Point 8. The marriage narrowing effect. This is the part nobody talks about at dinner parties. Understanding in retirement often leads to the narrowing of a marriage. When you stop doing things, stop traveling, stop trying new restaurants, stop the unnecessary adventures, your world shrinks. Your conversations become about the weather, the news, or your ailments. Shared experiences are the oxygen of a long-term relationship. When you ration those experiences to save for a rainy day, you are suffocating the relationship that was supposed to be the reward for all those years of work. You saved for decades so you'd finally have time together. Don't waste that time staring at the same four walls because you're scared of a 1% dip in your portfolio. Point 9. The permission slip, how to start. So, how do you fix it? You cannot unlearn 40 years of hoarding in one afternoon. You need to start training the muscle. I want you to go out this week and spend money on something completely 100% unnecessary. Don't justify it. Don't look for a sale. Just buy it because you want it. This is a neurological exercise. You are teaching your brain that you can deploy capital and the sky will not fall. You are retraining your nervous system to understand that your safety isn't found in a number, it's found in your ability to live. Point 10. The deathbed audit. Imagine yourself at age 95. You are looking back at the you of today. What would that version of you say? Would they say, "I'm so glad we kept that extra 50,000 in the global equity fund"? Or would they say, "I wish we had taken the whole family to that cottage in Cornwall when the grandkids still wanted to hang out with us"? The answer is always the same. No one regrets the money they spent on memories. They only regret the memories they were too prudent to make. Point 11. Defining your why, the list of 10. Sit down tonight without a spreadsheet and write down the 10 things you want your money to actually do. Be specific. Travel is too broad. Take my daughter to the Italian coast for her 40th birthday is a goal. Once you have that list, look at your bank balance. You'll realize that for most of you watching, you've already won. You have enough. The gap isn't the money. The gap is the courage to admit that the saving phase of your life is officially over. The list is your new scoreboard. Every time you cross something off, you've actually won. Every pound spent on that list is a pound that achieved its destiny. Book the trip, buy the gift, start the project. You built this life now, for God's sake, go live it. Hit the like button if you're ready to stop hoarding and start living. I'm Dan Hallett, and I'll see you in the next one.